I just wanted to come on here and share, I guess you can say, a morning insight and a theme. And I hope my sound is good. The IG Live saying to wait for followers to come and join. Hi. I just wanted to say, hey, how are you? I wanted to talk about how following your soul's mission will make you experience long periods of being alone. And you have to come into terms of being okay with that. You have to make it okay to walk this path alone, and not in a way where you feel lonely, but in your aloneness, in your solitude, you're given so many opportunities to process a lot in your life without the drama and without the baggage, in a sense of carrying someone who's not on the same alignment. Hey Halima, who's not on the same alignment spiritually with you. A lot of times you'll find yourself connecting with certain people and sharing a brief relationship with them, connecting with certain people and growing with them, starting a family with them. But there's always this, miss you too, there's always this idea that we need to be in a partnership to grow spiritually. And that's not the case half the time. Half the time, you need to be in solitude because the mission that you're carrying, the work that you're doing, requires you a lot of times to be alone, to process, to grow, to nurture yourself, to heal yourself. And it goes on and on and on, the list of the reasons why you need that. So don't often think that because you're alone and you don't have a partner, that you're some kind of a defunct person and there's something wrong with you. There's absolutely nothing wrong. And there isn't like, oh, you're right at the same time. You just have to allow. I can't seem to count how many people tell me while they're trying to choose their soul's mission, their soul's path, they wish they could just do it and not be in a relationship, but because they're bound to someone, or they started a huge family, they're not able to jump into their spiritual mission. And a lot of us, the spiritual mission requires us to travel, requires us to get mentored by other healers and teachers and whatnot. So it's kind of, it's a complicated situation, and you just have to make peace with it. And you have to sort of create your own mold, your own tribe, your own family, your own way of building community. And you can't decide that because you're alone that you're lonely, and that's not the case. Isolation is often needed for you to cipher and understand the work that you've been given and the mission that you've been given. It's very challenging, and psychologically it's very tiring. And to be around someone who oftentimes they're not aligned, nor do they understand what exactly you're doing. So you get into a lot of clashes, which have been experiences for so many that I've supported in this work as clients. And that was really the theme. It's like, wow, now that I know what my soul's mission is, but I'm in a relationship with someone who has no wherewithal or understanding of what I'm doing. So they are clashing, constantly clashing. And the person who's supposed to have more internal confidence, who's supposed to grow emotionally and mentally, they're not able to, because they're looking for validation, right? They're looking for validation from a partner rather than validation from themselves, because, that's how we think as beings. We seek validation externally before we seek it within ourselves. We want validation from externally before we get it from ourselves. And that's what relationships, right? People think is for. It's for having someone who's going to validate you and make you feel like, wow, everything that I'm learning, everything that I'm understanding, everything that I'm gaining is actually right, because look, my partner agrees with me. And not necessarily, that's not the case, right? Because a lot of us single people went through many deep experiences spiritually without a partner, and we were getting internal validation rather than external, right? But when you're in a union, you want that external validation from a partner first before you get it from yourself. So it's a really tricky situation, and you often find people that when they do awaken to their soul's mission, one of the first priorities they make is, oh, I gotta find my soulmate, I gotta find my twin flame, I gotta do everything that I can to get validation that I am a divine being, that I am a being in a, on a path to you connect with my soul's mission or do my soul's mission. And it's just so baffling to me the amount of questions that I get through clients about twin flames, about their soulmate, and we're not even scratching the surface of their trauma. We're not even scratching the surface of their past hurt, of abandonment issues, right? But all they want to talk about is a spiritual lover. All they want to talk about is their twin flame, because they need to feel validated. They need to feel like they're needed, or how would you say, like they're accepted, now that they're a more spiritual being. And it's baffling to me, honestly, that we're in such societies that if you're not with someone, it's almost like if you don't have a partner or even multiple partners, you're kind of like dismissed in a way from society. Like being single is a bad thing, when really it's not. Like having long bouts of being single, especially for your spiritual growth, is a gift. Once you become a parent, and I tell this to younger people a lot, once you become a parent, you'll find it impossible to be disciplined. You'll find it impossible to have a routine, to have your rituals, to do the things that you want to do for yourself. It's so critical to practice, to have a practice before you become a parent, because after you become a parent, right, and a guardian, or whatever role you choose, you will have already the foundation. You've already established the foundation for yourself to be disciplined. So there's no forceness to it, right? There's no like inner turmoil or going through depression because you have to do so much just to meditate. You have to do so much just to have, the sanctuary, just to have the space to be in solitude. Because once you start a family, you're going to want to wish, right, that you could go back to being single and being left alone and having, many weeks or months to go do spiritual retreats. Those are the things you're going to miss out on because you're pushing something inauthentic. And a lot of times, spiritual beings, especially people who recognize their soul's mission, they have a lot of charisma, right? They're very attractive, and they can literally manipulate people into relationships. Their bouts of loneliness can pull someone who wasn't even ready to be in a relationship to be in a relationship with them, because it's like, wow, this person is, just so attractive in their mission. They're so attractive in what they're doing and how they are in their soul's mission. And I really want to be around them because they make me feel good. But it's not an authentic relationship where both are being recognized for their talents. It's just one person's being recognized. And this is more of a narcissistic bond, right? And it turns to be that the person on a soul's mission or on their spiritual, whatever it is, spiritual quest, right, wants all the attention. They want to be shown and, to have the shine, but they're not giving it to their partner. But their partner gives them validation. That's all they want, was the validation, right? So oftentimes, we can delude ourselves and pull people into relationships because we want to be validated so badly for our soul's mission. So these are the inner workings that most of us need to confront, and oftentimes we're not ready to confront it. So I hope this message gets out there to someone and helps someone in understanding that there is nothing wrong with being single. There's nothing wrong with having long periods of being single while being on your soul's mission. It's probably because of the soul's mission, and you just have to learn to be patient, keep developing yourself emotionally, and you'll never know. Someone will authentically align with you without you forcing that yourself. So hope everyone has a wonderful week, and we'll connect again the next video.